summarize the case of Hamidah. Hamidah is a 55-year-old woman who had been a housewife her entire life. She depended fully on her husband Hussein, who worked as a taxi driver for 30 years. Unfortunately, he passed away suddenly in a road accident, leaving no financial support for her or their children. With two school-going children aged 15 and 17, an adopted son who is 21 and studying at university, Hamidah had no choice but to find work to sustain the family. After several months, she managed to secure a part-time night shift job at printing company. Despite having no skills or proper training, she was instructed to operate a paper cutting machine. Her supervisor told her the job was simple and safe. However, on her third day, the machine malfunctioned due to a loose screw. While she was following instructions, the blade dropped unexpectedly and severely injured her hand. As a result of the faulty machine, Hamidah's right hand had to be amputated from the wrist. This summary highlights her vulnerable situation and the serious consequences of unsafe working conditions.
So for the first question is, discuss the registration procedure for employees over 55 years old in the Social Security Act 1969 and the Employee Provident Fund Act 1969. So for the registration procedure under the Social Security Act 1969, SOCSO coverage is compulsory for all employees, including those aged 55 and above, as long as they are employed. The Act also states that an employee cannot be registered unless the employer is registered first. So the first step is employer registration. Before any employee can be registered with SOCSO, the employer must be registered first. This is a legal requirement under the Social Security Act 1969. Employer registration provides a unique ID via the Assist portal, which links all employees to SOCSO contributions and benefit. The printing company that hired Hamidah must register online through the Assist portal to get this user ID. SOCSO will send a temporary password via email, which the employer must use to log in and complete the registration process. So the second step is employee registration. Once the employer is registered, the next step is to register the employee. The employer must complete Form 2, which is employee registration for Hamidah. All supporting documents are uploaded through the Assist portal, and the employer must also maintain an employee register which contains name, NRIC number, occupation, salary, allowance, and contribution details. This to ensure that all employees' information is recorded accurately for legal compliance. Next, for the step 3, which is contribution category. Since Hamidah is 55 years old and a first-time contributor, she is placed under the second category, contribution. She is covered under the Employment Injury Scheme only and not the Invalidity Scheme. The contribution rate is 1.25% of monthly wages and it is fully paid by the employer. This category ensures that older first-time employees receive protection from workplace injuries. Next, for the step 4, which is contribution payment. Contribution must be paid monthly by the 15th of the following month. If the payment is late, a 6% per annum interest will be imposed according to the law. Timely payment ensures continuous protection for the employee under SOCSO. Lastly is step 5, which is record keeping. The employer must maintain the employee register and all payment records for 7 years. Accurate record keeping ensures that all contributions are traceable and helps in the event of an audit or employee claim.
Next, I will explain the EPF registration procedures for employees aged over 55 years old under the Employees Provident Fund Act. First, the employer must register with EPF through the I-Account Employer to obtain an employee ID. This ID allows the company to register the employee and submit monthly contributions. Next, the employer registers the employee, such as Hamidah, who is 55 years old, by entering her MyCard number in the system. EPF will verify her details and issues her EPF membership number. She may also register at any EPF counter. Once registered, monthly contributions must be made. Because she is under 60, the standard rate still applies, 11% deducted from the salary and 30% contributed by the employer. Lastly, the employer must keep accurate records of her wages and contributions payments to ensure compliance and proper tracking of her retirement savings. Overall, these steps help protect Hamidah's financial security even though she starts working at age 55.
Next, for the question 2, is Hamidah entitled to the Employees Social Security Act 1969 protection? And if yes, discuss the type of benefit Hamidah she is entitled to with reference to the Employees Social Security Act 1969. The answer is yes, Hamidah is entitled to the protection under the Employees Social Security Act 1969. Firstly, why she is entitled? Under the Section 5 and 6 of Employees Social Security Act 1969, all employees who are below 60 years old must be covered under SOCSO. This includes a part-time worker and also a first-time employees as long as they work under a contract of service. In this case, Hamidah is 55 years old and she worked part-time at a printing company. Since she is legally considered as an employee, she automatically falls under the mandatory coverage of SOSO. Additionally, for employees who are above age 55 years old and newly employed, SOSO requires contribution under the Employment Injury Scheme. So, even though Hamidah is only a part-time worker and above 55 years old, she is still protected under the scheme. Therefore, based on the law, Hamidah is entitled to SOSO protection, especially for injuries that occur in the course of her employment. Secondly, what benefits can Hamidah receive? Since she is covered under the Employment Injury Scheme, she is entitled to several important benefits. First is medical benefits. Employees suffering from the employer's injuries or occupational disease may receive free medical treatment at Pekeso Panel Clinic, government clinic, and also hospital until they are fully recovered. For serious injuries, medical care may be obtained from the government hospital, and employees is eligible for the second-class ward treatment. Specialist treatment will be provided if it required. Second is temporary disablement benefit. Temporary disablement benefit is paid for the period the employee is on medical leave certified by the doctor for not less than 4 days, including the day of accident. However, temporary disablement benefit will not be paid for the days for which the employee works and earn wages during this period. Third is permanent disablement benefit. Employees who are suffer from permanent disability due to the employment injury can receive these benefits. Fourth is physical or vocational rehabilitation. These facilities are given to eligible employees in the form of: first, physical rehabilitation that includes physiotherapy, occupational therapy, supply of prosthetics, orthotics, implant, and other appliances. And fourth, supply for orthopedics apparatus such as wheelchair, crutches, hearing aid, spectacles, special shoes, and others. Second is vocational rehabilitation that includes training in courses such as electrical, sewing, radio and TV repair, typing, and others. All expenses incurred for the above rehabilitation facilities will be borne by the Pekeso based on stipulated rates, terms, and conditions. In conclusion, Hamidah is clearly entitled to SOSO protection under the Employees Social Security Act 1969, and she can receive a wide range of benefit under the employment injury schemes.
Moving on to question 3, I will explain the procedure that Hamidah needs to follow to claim her benefit under SOSO Employment Injury Scheme. Since she suffered a serious workplace accident that caused the amputation of her right hand, it is important to understand how each benefit can support her. I will explain the procedure for 4 benefits, which are medical benefits, temporary disablement benefit, permanent disablement benefit, and physical or vocational rehabilitation. For the first benefit is medical benefit. To receive medical benefit, the first step for Hamidah is to seek immediate treatment at a SOSO panel clinic or a government hospital. Once the doctor confirms that her injury is work-related, the clinic or hospital will issue a medical report and submit the necessary form directly to SOSO. Hamidah must inform her employer about the injury and ensure that the employer submit the accident report to SOSO within 48 hours. She also needs to provide SOSO with her identification document, employment details, and the original medical certificates. SOSO will then verify the accident, and once approved, all treatment costs, medication, and follow-up appointment will be fully covered by SOSO. The second benefit is the temporary disablement benefit. This benefit applies when Hamidah is temporarily unable to work due to her injury and has been given medical leave. To claim this benefit, she must obtain official medical certificate from the doctor indicating the duration she is unfit for work. The employer must then complete and submit the SOSO accident report form, commonly known as Form 21, together with the MC's salary information, attendance records, and proof of SOSO contribution. If the employer refuses, Hamidah may submit the document herself. Once SOSO confirms the leave is medically valid and related to the work injury, she will receive a daily allowance based on 80% of her average assumed wage. This payment continues for every certified day she is unable to work until the doctor declares her fit to return. The third benefit is the permanent disablement benefit, which applies because Hamidah lost her right hand and cannot regain full physical function. To begin this claim, she must submit the official permanent disablement claim form together with all medical documents, including treatment record, x-ray report, surgical note, and disability assessment. SOSO will then schedule her for a medical board evaluation, where doctors will determine the percentage of her permanent disability. This percentage is crucial because it decides the type of payment she will receive. If her disability is 20% or less, it will be paid as a lump sum. If it's more than 20%, she may choose to receive a partial lump sum along with lifelong monthly payment or a full monthly pension. If she disagrees with the medical board assessment, she has the right to appeal. This benefit ensures long-term financial protection for workers who experience life-changing injuries. The final benefit is physical or vocational rehabilitation. This benefit helps injured workers recover physically and return to productive employment. The procedure begins when the treating doctor issues an official referral to SOSO Rehabilitation Center. SOSO will then verify her eligibility and issue a call letter for her to attend a full rehabilitation assessment. At the center, specialists will evaluate her physical condition, mobility, psychological well-being, and her need for prosthetic devices such as an artificial arm. Based on the assessment, she will receive physiotherapy, occupational therapy, prosthetic fitting, counseling, and other medical support. If she cannot return to her previous job, SOSO will offer vocational training such as computer skills, administrative work, sewing, baking, or other skills suitable for her new physical capability. All treatments, prosthetic, and training costs are fully covered by SOSO. After rehabilitation, she may also enter the Return to Work program, where SOSO assists in placing her into suitable employment. Despite all four benefits are important and applicable in her situation, the most suitable and significant benefit for Hamidah is the permanent disablement benefit. This is because she has suffered a lifelong loss of her right hand, which permanently affects her ability to work and support her family. The permanent disablement pension provides long-term financial security, which is crucial given her age and the severity of her disability.
Assalamualaikum. My name is NURIN binti Muhammad SAFRI, and I will be answering question number 4, that is to identify the rights and protection in the Malaysian Employment Act 1955 given to women employees. Firstly, Section 68, hours of work, regulates the maximum hours an employee can be required to work, ensuring they are not subjected to excessive or unsafe working schedules. In Hamidah's situation, she was placed on midnight shift from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., which may fall within the legal framework, but raises concern about whether proper rest intervals, reasonable working condition, and safeguard were provided. The purpose of Section 68 is to prevent exploitation through unreasonable working patterns, especially for older or inexperienced workers.
Secondly, Section 60C, shift work, is relevant because Hamidah was specifically assigned to a night shift. Section 60C requires that shift work arrangement must follow approved guidelines and must not endanger the employee's welfare. Assigning a 55-year-old inexperienced part-time worker to operate a heavy paper cutting machine at night contradicts the protective intention of Section 60C, especially when night shift typically require higher alertness and proper supervision. For the last one is Section 15 of the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, covers safe working conditions. Employers have a duty to ensure, so far as is practicable, the safety, health, and welfare of employees. This includes maintaining machinery, providing proper training, and ensuring a hazard-free workplace. In Hamidah's case, the machine was faulty and she was not properly trained, clearly violating Section 15 OSHA 1994. This section ensures employers cannot neglect safety, and failure to comply can lead to legal penalties. That is all from me. Thank you.